Victory Studios, just north of the heart of Seattle, Washington. It's Band Talk, starring Conrad Denke. Tonight joins Conrad and his guests, Smokey Bright and Julia Massey, featuring the legendary Victory Studios crew. And now, here he is, Conrad Denke.
So lucky tonight because we have two fantastic bands. You're going to get to know them better. We are going to have a great time. But first, we're going to get to see a little bit of Smokey Bright's, what they did tonight, one of their great songs. Here it is, right now. We have a fantastic audience. Thank you so much. We are here with the Smokey Brights. I am so excited to get to know them better. So let's start right out. Kim.
Yes.
Tell us, how did this band get started?
I actually think that might be. I mean, it was Ryan's brainchild.
Okay.
He just sort of handpicked some of his favorite musicians in Seattle, and we were already dating at the time. So he asked me about it, and he was like, "What do you think this is a good idea?" And I was just like, "Oh, to just ask your buddies who are just incredibly talented to play music with you."
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds like probably a pretty good idea. And then we were both really broke when we first started dating, like very broke. Like, people are like, "Oh, it's so cute." So we were, we have a lot of friends and family in our life, which is amazing. But come Christmas time, it's kind of like, okay, so how do we get everybody something better than, like, I don't know, a candy cane?
Yeah.
So we just started making covers, recording covers that we loved and burned them onto little CDs and gave them to people.
Now, were all of you together at the beginning? I mean,
no, so that was like...
That was just you and Ryan?
Yeah, and that wasn't like a Smokey Brights thing. That was
okay.
Just like
Okay.
us.
So you guys got
Yeah.
together. Okay, so then what did Smokey Brights come about? Where did that... Ryan, why don't you tell me?
I just kind of had a batch of songs that I didn't quite know what to do with.
Oh, okay.
I play in another band called Hounds of the Wild Hunt, and
Right.
it doesn't quite fit into that paradigm.
It's a good
awesome
one.
band. Check them out.
Hounds of
and
the
then-
Wild Hunt.
Hounds of the Wild Hunt. And then, Nick and Jim played in a band called Armed with Legs. At the time, Mikey played with a band called What Now. I just
Okay.
really loved all these players and all these people, and
Nice.
endeavored to ask them if they would, join me on making like a little, essentially like a demo, just record these songs with me and
Yeah.
kind of jam. And the demo turned out pretty good, and we, found that we really liked playing with each other. So
I think it's amazing. I wanted to ask you about the harmony. Your band's unique because there's 4 in the front and 4 microphones. Usually it's like 2 microphones maybe, or sometimes just 1. But and then sometimes a drummer or somebody else will do a little woo-ha or something in the background. But you guys,
Woo-ha!
Yeah, you guys do. Let me ask Michael. Michael, so the harmony that goes on in your band. I thought it was extraordinary. I was trying to figure out what parts you were trying. I mean, who's bass, who's tenor, who's whatever. What is that?
Mine in particular?
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I don't know. I mean, we usually just kind of sit around in the practice space and, hit like thirds and fifths and figure out what works. And,
Whatever works. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
And whoever, sounds good at that register, I guess. So.
It works extraordinarily.
Yeah.
So did you start out all singing together, or did you just discover it as you went along, or what was
I think originally, I was just kind of like a songwriter guy, and I was like, these are the parts, and everyone play the parts. And then slowly but surely, I figured out that everyone is way more talented than just telling them to play the parts.
Yeah.
So, everyone can sing, everyone can solo, everyone can kind of create their own little aesthetic and texture. So it wasn't super harmony based in the beginning, but like Jim sings with Armed with Legs, and he's got a great voice, and like Mikey sings, and Kim sang on the first demos, and I think we just kind of figured like let's make as big and as bombastic of a sound as we possibly can. So.
Boy, that is great. Well, it's working. I only have one other question: is why everybody's in black and they're the ones in the front, and then there's this guy with red, and he is
Nick
hidden in
wears
the back.
whatever
Is
he
there
wants
something?
to.
Is there a plan to that?
You can't see my legs. Oh,
I see.
you can't see my
Live
legs.
television.
You can't see my legs behind the drum set.
Oh, so it's okay. So you can
It
wear
doesn't matter
anything.
what I'm wearing
Or you
on
could
my
be
lower
naked.
half.
You could be anything.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't
All
mean
right.
to drop the F-bomb.
Okay. All right.
My
well,
bad.
On that high note,
I'm going to
we
give
will
this
be right
microphone
back.
back to Jim.
We'll be right
I'd
back.
ask
This
one
is their
more
latest
question.
CD, Taste for Blood. Fantastic. Some of the songs you heard on their show tonight are on this, and you will enjoy it, and you can take it home. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. We just got to meet the Smokey Brights, and now we have the other act that was on this evening. Julia Massey and the Five Finger Discount is right here with us. Give them a hand. All right, well, let's get to know you better. Julia, wow, you were just amazing. I mean, I was trying to figure out that instrument you play. What is that?
That was invented by Ray Kurzweil. It's a
Yeah?
Kurzweil keyboard.
He's
And
amazing.
he actually is. There's a documentary about him called Transcendental Man
Oh,
or
okay.
Transcendent Man. Has anyone seen it? I may be getting that wrong, but he's invented like hundreds of things. One of which is the keyboard I play.
I remember the early days of his instruments are amazing, but you have mastered some amazing sounds there. As I was listening, I was thinking, wow, there's sort of kind of this steel drum sound, and then a classical, piano, and then all kinds of other things. What are you doing? How do you do that?
I am literally pushing one button. That's all I am doing. It is. I'm pleased it's coming
So
off
I could
as
even
more
do that,
difficult than that, but it is.
Wow.
Yes, I love steel drums, and I
Yeah.
love marimba and vibraphones, and
Right.
conveniently his instrument has a great tone for that. So I just press vibes,
I
and
want to
then it
play
unfolds.
steel drums, and
Right,
you got them in
and then it does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. But
pretty
you
amazing.
do have to know what
Yes.
things to press.
Knowing
right?
how to play piano really helps.
Okay.
And and if anyone out there plays piano and you want to play steel drums, get a Kurzweil. Or
Yeah.
actually, a friend of mine gave me. Actually, he's in the audience right now. Dan Laughlin.
Oh.
He gave us his Yamaha. Oh, I'm sorry. He was in the audience.
He's hiding somewhere.
Yeah. He
knew
didn't
you
want
were
me to
gonna
bring
talk
this
about
up.
it.
He didn't want me to bring this up. He gave me a Yamaha keyboard that would probably go for maybe like $15 on Craigslist these days, but it honestly has amazing tones on
okay.
it. So I like to experiment with sounds, and
Yeah.
keyboards are the way to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. I was thinking how, you have three, but it sounded like a lot more just because of what you create there. That's fantastic. So,
Thank you.
All right, let's find out from your guys here. What's it like working with this lady?
It's
Oh.
a very deep breath of fresh air,
Oh, nice.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
That's nice, huh?
incredibly talented. I love her
He's getting a bonus.
her writing.
Instead of
is-
$5, he's going to get 6.
That's right. I love the songs. Her lyrics are great, and
Yeah, that's true.
she's just really easy to work with. Both of them are, and I feel like I won the lottery.
Matt, we found just by way of a series of different things, and when we were playing with him, we felt really lucky to cross his path.
I
so
agree. Well, it was a great sound together. And you and Dominic do a great job together. So,
Rocks.
Dom, tell us.
he does rock. Dom rocks.
Dominic was on another show that we did with the Jesus Rehab, which is
He's a big
he and his
show-off.
brother. Yeah, really amazing. Talk about sound coming from two people. That was really incredible. So welcome back, and tell us what's different about this when you are working with Julia than working with your brother, who's her husband.
Uh-oh.
Well, Jared and I are pretty. We take a long time to write, and we put a lot of work into the songs, and we'll work on them for months and months and months before they're ready to go. With Julia, it can be days, it can be hours.
Okay.
We just rip through.
Just
songs.
comes together.
She comes together, and it's not like, hey, I've got a song, let's work on it. It's like, I have a song, it's done, let's play it tomorrow. Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Much
So
to his
it's just
dismay.
like, oh,
She's in a
okay.
hurry.
And it can be extremely frustrating, but at the same time, just incredibly inspirational, and just keeps it fresh, keeps it fun.
Wow, that's well
and
said.
Totally unique.
Yeah.
Totally unique.
Yeah, good.
$6
Well,
to
you
him,
know,
too.
Julia just had a baby 3 months ago, which is like, how are you in a band and you have children? I mean, is that possible?
Well, I mean, I guess it is.
Well,
I
it's
guess
possible.
it is. No. I mean, I hope somebody's watching it right now.
Yeah.
I just I was like, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
No, I think that what happened with Jared and I, we spent a long time talking about how we were going to make that work, because for us,
Not easy.
we feel like, we really wanted to be parents, but we also wanted to pursue our passion, and we feel like bringing a kid into the world but also pursuing your passion is a good model to show for a kid. So we spent a lot of time figuring out the logistics, but as I was saying in my set, it could not happen without our community. And that includes his uncles and everybody who's come over and been so helpful. Many people in the audience here tonight have really, really helped that to happen. So community is how it works.
That's great. So are you planning on reforming the Partridge family? Is that...
as soon as he can walk, we're going to just strap
I know his name's
washboard.
Carl, but David Cassidy, you're kind of thinking...
We can rename him.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, at any point.
I thought so. Well, it is great having you here with us, and we're glad that Matt could be with us too. That is very cool. So, all right, so we're going to take a quick break, but before we do, we're going to look at a video of their performance and see what they did tonight here on this stage, right now, okay? We are here with the Smokey Brights and Julia Massey and the 5-Finger Discount. And during the break, somebody asked, where'd that name come from?
It's a great question. So I was talking about this earlier with Matt. I was talking about the coffee shop earlier where I met Lisa and everything. The coffee shop where Don works now. I was there at the time. I had just moved to Seattle. I was performing by myself, and I said, I'd like to play with the band. And I'm tired of being just Julia Massey. I don't want to be listed as Julia Massey. And I said to the guy who was my assistant manager at the time, I drew 5 lines on a Post-it note, and I said, give me some ideas. And he said, how about Julia Massey and the 5-Finger Discount? So, okay, I wrote that down, having no idea what a 5-Finger Discount was. And then all of a sudden, we had a rush in the coffee shop. So there was only one, and I thought, okay, well, let me test this out on customers. It's like, hey, what do you think of this? Julia Massey and the 5-Finger Discount. And every person chuckled and said, oh, I like that. That's funny. Yeah, that's good. So at the end of the rush, I was like, screw it. Julia Massey and the 5-Finger Discount.
So
sounds
works?
great.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until 5 months later that I asked somebody, why does everybody laugh at this? And they said, it's a nice way of saying you stole something.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, the
okay.
5-Finger
Yeah,
discount
Makes
meaning
sense.
you stole
Makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, good.
anyway.
Very nice. Okay, so that's what you get for listening to the public, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Precisely.
Okay. All right, so back to the 5 of you, which is pretty impressive. Tell me about what your plans are for the future. Where are you guys, what are you planning on doing? And give them back the microphones. Yes, that's
How deep into the future?
How
are we
deep into the
going
future? Okay,
here?
tell
Like
us.
Next week?
Yeah,
Tomorrow?
right. All of you?
We plan to
Yes?
make a record in the fall.
Nice.
Likely. We
Okay.
plan to play every single festival in the Northwest this
Nice.
summer.
Good.
And we plan to continue to be best friends.
Very good. Wow, that's nice. It's true. It's true. I mean, such talented people. Yeah. I agree. Okay, so tell us what your plans are now. What are you guys doing now that this is the season, right, when we're going to start seeing the festivals starting and all those things? And so what are your plans?
My plan is pretty much always the same, which is to keep on playing with these guys or whatever the setup can be, and to play wherever we're invited, so long as the schedule permits. And I really feel quite lucky that that's the plan, because I just hope that's the plan for as long as it can possibly be.
Yeah.
And I just feel so lucky, similarly, to be playing with these wonderful people in my life. And it's just like a gift. And to be playing for wonderful people. You are the reason that we get to do what we do.
Yeah,
so that's also the part of the plan.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I was wondering, today you wore this mask. Because when I read about you the first time, it said, the musical trio led by dreamy flaxen blonde vocalist, keyboardist. But I couldn't see your hair.
And does flaxen mean blonde? I don't.
Sort of.
Is that a
'cause
sort
flax
of?
is
Okay.
Yellow.
Oh,
and sort
okay.
of
Chris
blonde.
Esty, our wonderful friend, has used that word. But I should have looked it up. Anyway, it is.
Like the 5-finger.
Right. I should all these things. I just take them on their word.
Yes.
No, my hair. I can put my hair down.
Oh,
If you
okay.
would like to see. I think it's been strawberry blonde for a while.
Okay.
But
There it is.
this is the color of my hair.
Oh, that's very sweet.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
There it is, in all its glory.
Thank you for
I have to
sharing.
tell you though, Conrad, I have
Yeah.
been desperate for a haircut for about 6 solid months.
Okay.
And I finally got one yesterday.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can tell, but the buzz is really refreshing.
Well, okay, so Ryan, where did you get your gift for gab, and why? I was telling Ryan earlier. I was saying, some bands, they get up there and they go na 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 na, and then they stop and everybody applauds, but they never say anything. And then they go na 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 again, and then they stop and they never say anything. But Ryan is just a constant flow. So Ryan, where did you develop that, and why?
So I grew up going to, and I still go to, a lot of loud rock shows,
Yeah.
and punk shows. And I remember being a kid and going to these really loud, abrasive punk shows that I loved. But it can be so incredibly alienating, which is kind of the thrill of it, I guess.
Okay.
Sometimes rock and roll is a little alienating, but what would really make it just an alien landscape is if it was an entire set and the guy just screaming at you never said a single word.
Right.
And the bands I always loved just kind of crack jokes, and
Yeah.
I think in an alternate life I would be a stand-up comedian or something like that. However, I'm not a very good storyteller in my songs, so I just kind of interject them. So I think I would like to be a country guy and tell you all about my day,
Nice.
but instead I kind of write obscure, washy poetry, and then I'll connect with you after
Connected
that.
with it in between.
If that makes sense.
That's the answer. Thank you. That's brilliant. Very
You're
good. All right. Well, it makes such a difference. All right. Well, look, we're going to be right back with our two fantastic bands, but they are going to take their music and their music knowledge, and we are going to have a trivia battle of the bands coming up next, right away. All right. Okay. All right. This is Band Talk, and this is the trivia contest. So here's the thing. We're going to ask a question. The first band to ding the bell. Who is the designated dinger from your team? Jimbo. Who's got the long arm?
Okay.
There we go. That's it. Okay, and you'll do
Okay,
it?
all right,
Okay.
all right.
All right, first one to ding it gets to answer the question. If they get it right, they get a point.
Julie, can you?
If they get it wrong,
It's here.
oh, isn't that nice?
That's really
this
nice.
this
You
shows
trying to
you
manipulate me?
the spirit.
I'm trying to manipulate you.
This is the spirit of bands. Okay, here we go.
I'm in your
First
head with
one to ding the
fairness.
bell gets to answer. They don't get it right. The other one gets a chance to answer, and let's see what happens. And I'll try to keep
I
score.
will know none of the answers,
All right.
so just give me
Okay.
a sign.
There was a list that came out recently of 10 of the major grunge bands from the 80s and 90s. Name 5 of them. Ready? Yes.
Soundgarden,
Yep.
Pearl Jam,
Yep.
Alice in Chains,
Yep. 3.
Mudhoney,
Mudhoney. Yep. 4.
and Screaming Trees.
That's it. 5. Very good.
Did it without Nirvana.
Okay.
What's grunge?
All right.
You got
He did it without Nirvana.
He did it without Nirvana.
That's an extra
That
point.
is incredible. Do you realize the achievement that is?
Julia says that's an extra point.
Yeah, well done. Unfortunately, during the grunge period, several people died from overdoses. Wait a minute. We know about Kurt Cobain. Name 2 others. Oh, he couldn't get over there fast enough. Okay, Dominic.
Lane Staley.
Yep.
Andrew Wood.
Andrew Wood, that's it. Okay, 2 points.
Woohoo!
Now, do you need to get closer?
I am the bell ringer, but he's further away from the bell.
Yeah,
And he knows a
well,
lot about grunge
okay.
music.
Friendship.
Cheating
Friendship,
is
Jim.
part of the game. Let's just face it, okay? All right. Okay. All right. There was a band that was formed that united members of Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
Temple of the
and
Dog.
did
Temple of the
that
Dog.
to pay tribute to their
Temple of the Dog.
deceased friend Andrew Wood.
Temple of the Dog.
Who was that?
Dom, you're
Temple
embarrassing
of the
me.
Dog.
Temple of the
Temples.
Dog is correct. Okay. Which of the grunge bands were considered to be the class clowns? I know, of grunge. Okay, this is tough.
Mudhoney.
Mudhoney is correct. Very good. Okay. You know, look. American singer-songwriter Mariah Carey had her first #1 song of the 90s with which song?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, what's that song, Mariah Carey?
Emotion.
No. No.
Oh, the first one. Oh, the first one?
Okay, I'm going to give you 4 choices. All I Need, Without You, Glitter, or Vision of Love.
Vision of Love. Oh, it was Ty.
She said it
Ty.
first.
It was Ty. No. Kim.
All right, audience. How many vote for them getting it first?
I don't know.
How many for them?
I feel embarrassed that I said
Okay,
emotion.
I guess they
I
did
feel
it.
embarrassed that I said emotion.
Uh,
It is way later. in
You're
her
good.
career.
4. It's 4-1 so far. Not too bad. Okay. All right.
we have to break
Insomniac
up
and
if we
Dookie were 1990s albums which were done by which American punk rock band? Yes?
Green Day.
Green Day is right. Very good. 2
Green
to 4.
Day?
All right.
Green Day.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and they won 5 Grammys that year. That was really amazing. Okay. Now, one of your favorite singers, Michael Bolton, had a #1 hit with a song, Tell Me How I Am Supposed to Live Without You. What year did he do this? 92, 96, 90, or 94? This is a wild guess. Yes?
92.
No.
96?
No.
94.
No.
90.
Left.
90. Yes, very good. Okay. So it is now 4-2.
By process of thinking.
Very good. Eric Clapton won the 1996 Grammy for Record of the Year for his song entitled Change the, and
World.
World is correct. Okay. And
Babyface,
5-2.
with Babyface,
The
featuring
winners
Babyface.
declared are Julia Massey and the 5-finger discount. Let's congratulate them. And I have their prize. This is their prize. And this is the runner-up prize. Okay? Congratulations. Thanks for being here. Good night. We'll see you next time on Band Talk.